Hey guys, I'm Kate from The Music Obsession, and I'm here with
Chevonne, hi!
And we're here at Sullivan Hall in New York City. So, how's it going today?
It's going great. We inched through the Lincoln Tunnel to get here. Got here on time. You know, living in Jersey, sometimes it's rough to get into the city, and I just love New York with all my heart. But it's a bitch. It's a bitch coming in. But I feel great. I feel great. We got here.
Yes, that's the best part.
Yes.
Alright, now you have, let's just get to this first, you have a Kickstarter going. And you want to just tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Kickstarter is a website where you can put up a project and you set a financial goal and you set a time limit of the campaign and you get fans and the crowd to fund. It's called crowdfunding, so the public funds your project. I can't afford to do an album of my own because I'm really indie, just me out there hustling, you know, jumping off The Voice, just doing this kind of DIY indie. So I've set up this campaign to go until December 15th, and I'm trying to raise $10,000 to make a full-length album and one music video to go with the single. So I feel like $10,000 sounds like a lot, but it really isn't when you think about how much money goes into just a regular major label record. Like they get $100,000 or $50,000, and $10,000 I thought was a good fraction. And I did a lot of research about other kids from The Voice, their Kickstarter campaigns and how much they asked for, and I asked for basically a lower number than them. So I don't want to make people crazy and think that there's pressure. But I'm about halfway there now. It ends on December 15th, so I'm using this show to get some hype going, get some buzz going, and people can actually hear what they're putting their money into, you know?
Yeah.
And every dollar, you know, is a wonderful help. $5, it's not, I'm not looking for any crazy, you know, 1,000 or anything like that, although it would be awesome.
Yeah.
But I just, you know, I want to see, even if it doesn't work out, and because if you don't make the goal, you don't make any money, it all goes back to the people who pledged. But, you know, I just wanted to see kind of what the fans, how they were feeling, and how in demand this project really is. So we'll see.
Just a nice first step.
Exactly.
So this is one of your first steps after coming off of The Voice. So you got to work with not just one, but two of the coaches.
I know. It was a dream come true when I did my blind audition. CeeLo and Blake turned their chairs, and CeeLo was my first choice from the jump.
Wow.
I went in thinking, you know, if I could get a chair, I would love it to be CeeLo, and it was him, and I was thrilled. And you know, I was kind of sad that Christina didn't turn, because I feel like Christina turns for the people who are singers, and you know, I was like, oh man, like I guess I didn't really sing that hard. And so when I lost my battle round and Christina stole me, I was just like, this is full circle, you know, I was able to impress her, and now I can work with her and really just glean as much knowledge from these two amazing artists and amazing writers and performers. And, you know, it's like the rock sort of flamboyant thing of CeeLo and the soulful, very feminine thing of Christina. Like those things put together, those two influences on me were dream come true.
Just that experience of being able to get up on stage and have the spotlight on you, as you know, you're the main performer rather than the backup singing, which I know you've done. How was that, just even the first time?
It was terrifying.
Yeah.
I didn't think that I would be nervous, because I've sung in wedding bands and cover bands, I've been in plays, I've just been a complete, you know, all-around musician, dancer, performer my whole life. Getting on that stage where there's no band, there's no nothing, just you just step out there, like it's radio silence. You get out there, you stand there, the music starts, and there's these chairs that are turned backwards, you know, and you know who's in the chairs, and you can't see what they're doing, you have no idea. And, you know, you're supposed to not look at the chairs, you're supposed to get the audience involved and, like, get, you know, take their vibe, but I didn't. I just kept looking at the chairs, and I was like, oh my god.
Just willing them to turn.
I was panicking. I just remember, like, retreating into myself, just being like, oh my god, like, I can't, I'm terrible, like, the chairs are never gonna turn, this is never gonna happen for me, like, I'm just gonna go home, I'm supposed to be a background singer, I shouldn't have done this, But then by the end of the song, I got into fight mode, and I was like, no, 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 no. I am here, and I'm going to be on television, and I cannot embarrass myself. I am going to sing the shit out of this last part. So I did, and I just nailed my last note, and then I like strutted down the thing, and I posed like this, and I did my last thing like this, and that's when the chairs turned. When I flipped it for myself, and I, brought the confidence back. But it was really different for me not being in the background. There's a lot of extra added cushion there because it's not you when it's about Gaga or it's about Estelle. But this time it was about me, and throughout my time on the show, I began to get used to that and use it to my advantage to grow as an artist. But it was not easy, for sure, not easy.
So as you just said, you've worked with Lady Gaga, with Estelle, and now Christina and CeeLo. Like, just having that experience and just moving forward, like, how is that influencing you in what you're doing now?
Well, on one hand, it keeps me very humble because every time I meet one of these big A-list people, I still think to myself, how did I end up here next to them? Like, I am just so lucky to be in the presence of this amazing artist. But it also makes me think, on the other hand, I'm so close to my dream of performing my own music and touring with my own stuff. Like, it's real, and I can have it if I work hard and if I just keep growing. That place where they're standing, one day I could stand there if I want it enough. If I want it bad enough, and if I do my part to really make it happen. It's a really inspiring thing to live. I think about it and I'm blown away. Just because all I've been doing is just grinding. I don't have a secret. I don't have like special connections. I'm just, a girl who loves to perform like a million other girls in this world. But I've kept at it, and I hope that I can teach other people who, were like me when they were young and just wanted to be a pop star. You can do it. I'm almost there. My album's gonna come out, and I'm gonna start my journey. So I'm really happy to say that you can achieve your dream, absolutely.
That's a great message to have, though, too.
Yeah, and I went through a lot. I talked on the show about I had major eating disorders, and I was really hard on myself. And as a kid, it was hard for me. Like, I was in my own head, and I was very sad, and I was very sick. And I'm really proud that I was able to get through that with my own strength and perseverance. I'm very happy, and I love myself, and I will never allow pressures and insecurities to get to me. Moving forward, there's a lot of haters and weird, snobby people on the internet and just in the world, and I'm happy and adjusted, and I'm not gonna let that affect me.
Yeah, and just by doing what you're doing, even with the Kickstarter and shows like this, you're setting the greatest example that if you just keep going, things will happen.
Yes.
And having struggled with all of that before, being able to set that example for other people, that must just be the greatest feeling.
It is, and it's so important to me to keep that going and give back. I recently performed at my high school for a Sandy benefit show, and I'm performing at some other benefits this month. And it's really, I think that when you're blessed with talent as an entertainer, even a little bit, it's your job to use it to change people's lives in a positive way. Music is so powerful, and if anything, it makes people smile. And for me, I'll never let the ego eclipse that, because it's not about me getting rich. It's not about me charting up on iTunes. It's about me making people dance and smile and forget some of the sadness in their lives, or just escaping and having an amazing time at a show.
And that's a great way to think about it.
Thanks.
So on that note, is there anything else you'd like to say to the fans?
Well, get on the Kickstarter, and no amount of money is too small. If 100 of you put in $1, that's $100 is a big chunk. Don't stress out about if it's hard. Just hit the button of the reward you want. I promise the album is going to be sick. You are going to love it. It's going to be fun. And you know what? If it doesn't work out, the album's still going to get out. And just keep your eyes on me. Follow Listen to Chevonne on Twitter at Listen to Chevonne. Facebook, same thing. Listen to Chevonne. ListenToChevonne.com. It's all the same. Just keep me in your keep me in your internet Google obsession searches, because there's going to be new stuff coming out for the next year, and I'm so excited to share it with you. Thank you.